Once again, coming to you live from the driver's seat. It's Monday. And you know Mondays, we trying to master something. Why? Because motivation is just not enough. Well, like I said last night, that we are literally within 100 days of the end of the year. And I am looking for partners. People who want to retweet, repost, Instagram, tag what they're doing with this last 100 days. Now, the reason I want to do this because it's power in numbers. Biblically, it says that one could cast up 1,000, but two can let loose 10,000. So the more people we have, the more people encouraging each other to get their goals accomplished, the better. The more people who can get involved and give good information so that other people can benefit from it, so that I can share information that I have, so that you can share your information, so that we both can prosper. So that's what I'm about. I'm about bringing people together so that we all can get the thing that God has for us. And that's to not only be converted, but strengthen the brethren. So I'm looking to be strengthened, and I'm looking to have other people strengthened as well. Also, don't forget, Wednesday, here we come once again with the podcast. The podcasts are back. We are dominating the day on the podcast. Look for me on Sadon Long at SoundCloud for the link. I also post the link on Wednesday and maybe a couple other times during the week so you can check them out. If you go to SadonLong.com, there are some of my old podcasts on there as well. It's good work, man. I'm telling you, good work. But anyway, let's go back to today. Today, what we're talking about is having a clear target. Clear target. You ask people all the time, man, what do they want? And what will happen is they'll start to give you the reasons why they want it or why they can't really have what they want instead of just saying what they want. So if you say, hey, man, what do you want? Well, I mean, really, I'd like to get into television, but, you know, it's hard to get into television. Or, yeah, I'd really like to get a new car, but, man, you know, these cars are expensive. The question is, what do you want? My people have not because they ask not. Okay, so once we determine what we want, specifically what we want, then we can figure out how to get it. You know, any man lack wisdom, let him ask the Father who abateth not. See, once we know where our target is, now we can start figuring out what's the right angle, what's the right approach, who do we need to talk to, who knows something about it, and then we can put the network together to get what we want. You might want a car, and cars might be expensive, but somebody might know somebody who can give you a better deal than what you've been getting at the other place you've been going. So, what do you want? Once we know what we want, then we can figure out a plan. So how do we figure out what we want? Well, that's the hard part. Because when it comes to employment, most of us are trained to figure out who's hiring. But we don't want to figure out who's hiring. We want to figure out where we want to work. You know, where we best fit. You know, who would best benefit from our skills and who we would benefit from mentoring and tutorship from. And then put together the plan necessary to get there. You know, figure out the people who do the hiring. Go on their website. Go on the chat rooms and figure out who we can connect with, build a relationship with to get our foot in the door. You know, what organizations do the people who work there belong to? You know, are they alphas? Are they kappas? You know, are they cancer survivors? You know, what churches do they go to? So then we can kind of figure out who they are and where they are so that we can kind of make some moves to position ourselves. See, I'm talking about catching big fish. We ain't talking about no guppies. I'm talking about big fish. But the same principles apply no matter where it is. You know, because once we figure out who the decision maker is, once we figure out who the king is, then we need to figure out what they want and use that to get what we want from them. Bottom line. So, with that being said, let's write down what we want. Be clear about it. Get it down. Get it plain. And then we start putting together a plan. And once we put together the plan, then we're going to execute it. Now, in the meantime, don't forget tonight, Truth Is Ministries is coming on at 7 o'clock on WYCA. Tune in, check out my man Randall Morgan as he does his thing, as he does every week. So forget nothing. Remember everything that he says. Write it down. Good dude, good ministry. You should support him. Also, he's going to be in Gary this week on 25th and Broadway, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Thursday evening, noonday on Friday, and noonday and evening on Friday and Saturday as well. So check them out as well. Don't forget, if you're in the mall, stop by Good Spirits Glass. Nicole does great work. So if you got a wedding coming up, you got Sweetest Day coming up, check her out. So for my business owners, reach out to me. I'll reach out to you, and we'll do what we need to do to help each other grow. So until the next time you see me, remember this. To those who have been given dominion, they were born to dominate. And I'm out.